Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and we are moving poop. Now, I've been at it for about a day and a half, I guess, a little bit last night, but I think I've been in and out of equipment for about 12 hours already today, maybe 11 and a half hours, and I'm still going to be in for about until dark. So anyway, I do not have a manure spreader for my little 60 horsepower tractor. And unfortunately, we're too small for custom farmers to want to come in and do this. Plus, the fields are too bumpy. They end up charging an arm and a leg for it. So long story short, I've been kind of talking around to different people and tried to call a couple other guys that were smaller equipment. And they were booked up, which I totally understand. I mean, everyone's busy. Nobody has the money for equipment. But the problem with my little 60 horsepower tractor is that I cannot rent a manure spreader. I can, however, rent this dump trailer that I have on and do this a little bit more redneck style. So I know it doesn't look very nice, and I'm going to have a lot of flack maybe in the comments about, oh, you're just wrecking the grass. Well, to be honest, this grass is wrecked. It's 2 inches tall and it's almost June. It's not growing like I want it to anyway, so if I end up wrecking some of it, honestly, it's not the end of the world. But also, it really doesn't wreck the grass. You don't want to do it in the 30-degree heat like I have been, minus tonight, where we're getting a little bit of rain, which is okay with me because we need it. But yeah, so it does wreck the grass a little bit. It's not ideal. I mean, it's great in a small situation where I'm only spreading a little bit, but I have quite a bit stockpiled. This is about 3 or 4 years worth of composting this manure. And the reason why I do that is because doing it this way and not actually spreading it, you need to have it very composted. Like, the amount of straw that's in it, yes, it helps the land, but it also won't bust up. And so what happens from these piles is I take my skid steer and I level them out, and then I also hit any of the large gopher hills, anything that may be, lumpy bumpy in the pasture. I try and level it out as best I can. Then I harrow it a couple of different directions, and it usually comes back, like the grass usually comes back with it, but I'm also throwing seed in on this, so I wanted as much organic material on top of this terrible soil as I could. So yes, it's not ideal. Does it work? Yes. Takes some time, which, not everybody has time, but it works. So yeah, the dump trailer is cheap compared to either buying a bigger tractor. Either way, it's not feasible to buy a 110 horsepower tractor in order to go and rent the big manure spreaders with the vertical beaters. And also, this land is so rough and those beaters put out so much material in the back end, you'd never be able to go fast enough on my field to be able to spread it nicely anyway. So this isn't ideal, like I said, but it works. It does the job. We're getting organic material on this ground so that I can seed, and hopefully more of this rain will come. So not only am I moving this compost, manure, or anything else, underneath this, this was an old burn pit, and I needed to fill it up. I covered it over. I rented an excavator and covered it over last year. I wanted it to settle and make sure that the ground kind of equaled itself out. But the other thing I did, mostly last night, a little bit this morning, was I filled this bottom part basically from here all the way down to here with about 1 foot to 1.5 feet of clay, depending where it was on the area. I've been kind of, every time I go back where my little dugout is, I grab a bucket full, and I've been filling it all spring and all last fall too, but I just did it all in one shot. So that took a lot of time as well. And then I've started spreading compost on it. Obviously I'm not finished. It was getting quite wet. The material was getting quite wet from this pile over here. So I needed to switch pens, and in doing so, I got that, can't even see, I guess. It's raining more than I thought. But I got the pile in the wood pen all gone and cleaned up. And yeah, that pile is mostly gone. You can see just a little bit left right there. That other pile over there is getting stockpiled. You can see all the straw and stuff in it. But that little bit that's left there will basically fill the rest of this pit, and then also the spot where all of that manure was sitting. So I can seed into that. Switching vehicles on you. I'm in the car now. So I moved that pile of clay. It was probably, you know, 10 feet this way, 25 feet wide, about 6 or 7 or 8 feet tall. So that's all the clay that I moved. And then I also stole from this pile right here. You can see, you know, it was over to here. And yeah, I stole quite a bit of clay from back here. It worked out quite good to be able to have this. And yeah, I guess I could drive over here and show you guys my little dugout. Oh, look, there's a duck in it. There was a whole bunch of ducks back here the other day. So this whole area back here used to be basically a slough. All of, like, everywhere. Like, all the way over to that fence line, even into the neighbor's land. It was just pure slough. So last year, I decided to dig a little hole and make this land more usable. This little trail that comes in here, that drainage ditch, goes all the way up to the train tracks there. There used to be a whole bunch of trees along the train tracks that would drink the water, but of course the railroad took those out, so the water was just overflowing, and you couldn't get a handle on it. So this is, I believe it's, oh gosh, I believe I put it about 11 or 11 and a half feet deep. It's not very big, and I figured I could always make it bigger if it wasn't. But so I got a lot of sod and a lot of topsoil and a lot of clay to deal with back here, which is good because I have a lot of projects for this clay this year, and you know, help some neighbors out too. Got some neighbors that want some clay, nice clean clay, not a ton of rock in it back here. But this dugout is, I'm kind of proud of it actually. This is my first ever time running an excavator. I rented it and did this in a day. Oh no, sorry, I guess it was 2 days. I had the excavator for 3 days, but I did that other pit, and I had a whole bunch of other jobs that I was doing with it too. So about a day, day and a half. Well, about 2 days it was done. I might have done a little bit more cleanup on the third day when I was done my other projects, but I'm kind of proud of it. Even though it looks terrible right now, this will look great in a little bit when I get this all cleaned up. Little Maggie actually scared the crap out of me today. It was crazy hot today. I was sweating like crazy. I think it ended up hitting 30 degrees Celsius. So anyway, she came in the little ramp on this side, and I happened to be grabbing a bucket full of clay. So I was like, oh, well, that'd be cute for the YouTube. I'll just drive over this way quickly and take a video from the skid steer. Well, when I got over here, she came out along that bank right there, like this really steep bank. Oh, here, let me flip this around. She ended up coming out this really steep bank right here, and all I could see were the bubbles of where she came out as I came around the corner here. And of course I had the bucket up in the air full of clay, so I lowered it down and was like yelling, Maggie, Maggie, where are you? And yeah, anyway, she came trotting around the clay pile like, what's wrong, Mom? So that was entertaining. She gave me a little bit of a heart attack because, you know, her short little corky legs, I don't know how well she would swim. She swam in the river a few times, but this water's pretty cold right now. I didn't want her body seizing up and her going under. But it helps that her corky bum floats. But I think I'll keep this video rolling, and I'll end up filming more tomorrow. Like I said, it was just too hot today. Every time I went to go leave my phone out to film, it overheated. So I had to wait till it cooled down, which is fine because I got a lot done today, which was awesome. So well, that's just wonderful. It was finished up after a good day, getting that compost out there. That pile completely cleared. That pile cleared except for the straw portion that isn't composted enough. Went to go shut this gate. This post is snapped. This post would have been put in at the same time as that fence that blew up over there. But yeah, big, thick, heavy post. Well, I know it's 8 feet long. It's got to be a 6 1/4 post. Snapped off. Just brought it out after 7 years. What a joke. So it's about 1 o'clock in the morning now. I did have to take about 20 minutes to do chores. So got finished up about 12:30, we'll call it. So, yeah, I did the 5.5 acres with the legumes and the grass and got it harrowed. And, you know, it didn't end up raining. It's just a nice quiet night out, but there is lots of dew in the air. So I'm hoping that'll be enough moisture. Plus that compost, and organic material that I put out there will help, or at least I'm hoping it'll help. Yeah, so let's cross our fingers that takes. That will be really nice if I don't have to do it a second time, but we've got a couple of days with no wind, or low wind anyway, so hopefully it'll give the seeds a chance to kind of set in and it won't blow all the dust away. So doing what we can do here. I still got about 25 acres, maybe a little bit more out back. I did do the pit area tonight, the one that I covered in with all the clay and added all of the soil on top of it. So that area got done as well. And I did put extra grass seed down on that, and well, a few extra legumes too. So let's hope it works. And so I think I'm going to end this video here. I know it's not, you know, it's a lot of me rambling, but just shows my redneck way of getting that compost out onto the fields. And yeah, the little bit of seeding that I got done So hopefully we can get the rest into the ground. I think, oh, what's today? Today's Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and I believe we don't see any rain in the forecast till Monday. And we're really, really windy on the weekend, so I won't be able to seed then. So hopefully Monday or Tuesday before the rain next week, I can get the rest of that seed done. But if it ends up being another nice evening like tonight with lots of dew and, you know, the possibility of a little bit of rain, I might still do it. We'll see. I change my mind so often. I say I'm not going to do it, and then I end up doing it the complete opposite way that I say I'm going to. So anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, share, anything to help the channel out. That would be fantastic. So, but have a good night, everyone. Bye.